Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer one of our God ordained spouse who sent in her question via our godordainedmarriage.com website. Now, if you have a question you would like for me to answer, head over to godordainedmarriages.com, click on the tab that says Contact Us, and send me your question from over there. So let's jump into her email. She said, I just joined your channel not too long ago, and I have been blessed every time I hear a word that the Lord has given you to speak. Recently, a guy that I was really into in the past contacted me on Facebook Messenger, and I was in total shock because I prayed to God years ago and asked if he's the one placed me so heavy on his heart that he reaches out to me, and maybe the same day or the next day he contacted me. But I didn't pursue because I was in a relationship with someone else. But no matter how much I tried, I couldn't get him off my mind. We knew each other for 16 or 17 years, and he was always on my mind and heart. Then fast forward to years later, I had a dream of him giving me a ring, and I wasn't even thinking about him. So I prayed to God again, the same prayer, and he contacted me again. I had several dreams in the past about him, and one dream in particular was God telling me, be in harmony with him. And she has God in parentheses. And it will happen. And another dream I had was me and the guy were holding a turtle together, holding it to the sky. He recently said he loved me and he misses me. I know this is a long message, but I can't shake what I feel about him. The feelings will not go away no matter how much I try. He always seems to come back, and yes, we were sexually intimate in the past, but not a lot, but a few times. But I cut off the sex because I didn't want to go against God and fornicate anymore with him, because I felt in my heart this is different and I didn't want to mess up something special, and he still came back even without the sex. So I just want to know if he's my God-ordained spouse, or is this the enemy playing tricks with me? Because I really do love this man. I had confirmation after confirmation, but I'm still uncertain because it seems too good to be true, because this man had my heart for a long time, and this is something new. He never said he loved me in the past, but he's saying it now, and I haven't heard from him for at least a week and a half. But I was the one who contacted him, and we talked briefly, and he hasn't contacted me yet, so I'm confused and I don't know what to do. Okay, so thank you for sending in your question. Let me just start by saying, because you stated how, you recognize that with this man, he is different, and you didn't want to mess up this God-ordained love story by fornicating with him, so you cut off the sex with him. Now, I want to just say, okay, you don't want to just cut off the sex with him. You want to cut off the sex with everyone, okay? Because, the wages of sin is death, right? So even if you cut off the sex with him, but yet you go and have sex with a counterfeit, you're still killing something in your life, okay? So make sure you have that understanding, okay? I just wanted to say that part. So you asked the question. You're trying to figure out if he's your God-ordained spouse, or is this the enemy? Now, you already know this your God-ordained spouse, okay? You already know this because you said it. You said, God basically has given you confirmation after confirmation, right? But here's the real problem we're dealing with. I'm still uncertain because it seems too good to be true. When all we know is hurt and pain from our past, when God presents what is good in front of you, that's where we begin to push out of our wound, our unhealed wound. We begin to push and resist the very thing that God is trying to give us that seems too good to be true, okay? So I need you to understand, okay, the problem you're having is you know what God is showing you. You see the confirmation. You see how every time you pray, this man show up according to your prayers. Your problem is in your mindset. You have to overcome the belief that tells you this is too good to be true, right? You have to go through the healing process and begin to ask yourself, okay, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like this is too good to be true? What am I used to getting in my past, right? Maybe you're just used to being in relationship with people, with men who, don't love you and mistreat you. And that's what you're expecting from this particular person, right? You know? And I said this before in a previous video, that the reason why we're seeing a lot of these God-ordained, love stories popping up, and God has, the spouses in divine separations, right? One of the reasons for this is because God wants to give his children a personal encounter with him, okay? Because he's tired of his children walking around talking about they're man of God, they want women of God, but they don't know God. They can't even discern his voice, right? So he's like, listen, I'm about to give you your own personal testimony. I'm about to give you your own personal encounter where you know that I am God, where you are certain that this is me speaking to you and confirming these things to you, right? So, and then, and when God encounters you in this way, now you begin to believe that God is true, right? If I can believe that God is true, then I also believe that God will give me his best, right? I believe that what God has given me and saying to me is his best. So I'm able to embrace it and accept it, right? So what you're dealing with here is you got to get down to the root of, why do I believe that this is too good to be true? You got to discover, where is this coming from? This is an unhealed wound, okay? It's something in your past that is telling you, when it comes to this particular level, you're not good enough for it. It's too good to be true. So you have to deal with it. This is why making sure we go through that inner healing, doing the inner healing work is major, is key, okay? And God told you. You said one dream in particular, God was telling me, be in harmony with him. And you got in parentheses, God, he's telling you, be in harmony with what I'm showing you. Be in agreement with the dreams that I'm revealing to you. Be in agreement with what you hear coming out of your God-ordained spouse's mouth. He told you he loved you. Now be in harmony with it. Be in agreement with it, right? Don't look at his action, because he might still be a prodigal. But be what God is saying, be coming to agreement with his word, coming to agreement with these dreams, coming to agreement with all of these confirmations. That's all God is saying, because he understands when we reject the dream, when we second guess God, right? When we think it's too good to be true, now this is the promise. And while we're rejecting, we're moving away from the promise. We're second guessing. We're moving away from the promise. It's too good to be true. We're further away from the promise, right? God said, be in harmony. As I'm believing, I'm in agreement. I'm certain this is God. I'm coming towards the promise, okay? So you know what God is showing you, okay? You already said it. These are confirmations, right? God can give you 1,000 confirmations, but as long as you have a belief in you that's telling you this is too good for you, you're not good enough for this promise, come on now, you're going to continue to go around this mountain. So we got to overcome this mountain. We got to overcome, okay, that belief that is telling you, this is too good to be true. What if it's so good that it is true? What if your father, your heavenly father, loved you so much to where he said, daughter, I'm going to bless you so much to where it's so good that it really is true? Think about it. Okay, and begin to ask God, to reveal to you, what is the root behind, where this belief is coming from, okay, that I'm dealing with. Last thing you said, he haven't contacted you, you contacted him. It's been a week and a half and he haven't contacted you. Okay, stop contacting him, okay? Just rest in what he said to you. He loved you, okay? And now he's away, he's distant, whatever, just rest in it, okay? That don't mean I go into overthinking. That don't mean just because he said, I love you, we about to jump into this marriage. It doesn't mean that, okay? He could be a prodigal. So what this means, just like God said, be in harmony with God, come into agreement with what God is showing you. That was evidence what that man, told you he loved you. Evidence, okay? He's telling you where his heart is at, right? So begin to pray, okay, for him. Begin to pray, over this love story, right? Begin to pray and rebuke the hand of the enemy off of this love story, You got to move into action here. But don't be so focused on what he's not doing to where it caused you to just sabotage or miss out on, well, you can't miss out, but it caused you to sabotage, this promise. Okay. I believe as you deal with this unhealed wound, you heal it, you grow into greater self-worth, and as your God ordained spouse begin to go through his healing process, the two of you will begin to see, now that you're walking on one accord and you're coming together. Okay, so that is my advice. I am Tequila Comment. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a positive comment. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.